So we're gonna be warming up with this scale first, and to start off, just having we're gonna be working with a G major scale, like 2 octaves, like we've been working on before, except this time we're gonna be having like a triplet rhythm. So something like. Like that. Do you see what I'm doing? Like da 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 dun 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 dun. So try just for one octave first to start off. So here we go. 1 2 3 2 2 3. Yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, you did the 2 octaves, which is fine. That sounds pretty good. Intonation was pretty good, and it just so happens that this is in G major, so that's why we're working with that. And so the 2 octave in the triplet rhythm is for the triplets here. So do you see how that can, just playing that measure right there? That's an example. This one right here. That's an example of where the triplet comes in. So, yeah, if you're going dun dun, it'll go da 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 dun dun dun. So try getting into it. Just go dun 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 da 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 dun dun. Da 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 dun.
I've actually worked at this part, so I just usually start from. I'm gonna start from.
Sure, yeah, start from there. That might help you get into it. Yeah, so if you're going to be going that quick, you can't go that quick or else this will have to go a lot faster. So if you go da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun. So you'll have to go that fast if you take that speed.
So you want like.
No, see, it's going to be, if you're going that speed, it's going to be da 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 dun dun dun. So just try that, going da 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 dun. Just going da 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 dun. There we go. Exactly, it's gonna sound like that. So now try it again from the beginning part. Sure. So that's not too bad. But also, I wanted to review a little bit in the Sound Innovations book that you have. I'm pretty sure there's that rhythmic triplet rhythm somewhere in the Sound Innovations book that you have, I believe.
I hope it's like.
Yeah, it's like da da da. It's gonna be not sure.
In the
exactly
60s.
Where. Is that where it comes into play?
Not that far. Yeah, we do like in the Bleak Midwinter. And we also do Theme from Symphony.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like these ones have the triplet.
And those are all the ones we're doing for the concert.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, it looks like you haven't worked too much with the triplet rhythm, but that's fine. Wondering where that gets actually introduced in here. Here's a good example of how it will fit in. So here and here, do you see how it's in 6/8? It goes da da. There's the triplets right here. So da 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 da. So can you just do that for me? Go da 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 da. So just try that for me. Bowing it though. So you're gonna go dun 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 dun. Just try that. Open on a open D. That was perfect. Exactly. So that's what we're reviewing. How to do these triple rhythms so that you can do it well in there. So this is actually a pretty good spot to be looking at there. Okay, so you've got the rhythm stuff down. So if 8th notes are going dun 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 dun. So we want to be doing about that speed when looking at here. So can we just look at the back at the beginning, and can I just see how far at least the first section has come? Take it at a kind of a slower tempo to start off.
Yeah, you like last time I couldn't get past this, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, just try to take it a little slower and you might be able to get past this, and we'll work on it when you get there. That was good. Yes, that was pretty good. There's that triplet rhythm there. And remember, if you're going da 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 dun dun dun, so dun 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 dun, exactly like that. So try that again. Try that again. Just starting at the beginning of the line there. Perfect. So remember, we want to focus on that rhythm there, especially because that is what a lot of times most people are messing up there. So that's something we want to be paying close attention to. So this rhythm right here. So, and it happens a lot. So, you know, it's right here. It comes back down here, right at the end. So yeah, it's those three spots there with the triplet rhythm. Da 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 dun dun dun. So, da da dun dun dun. That's what we're gonna be looking at. If your tempo is gonna be da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun dun. So that's what we're gonna be doing for there. So try again. That looks pretty good. How about this section now? How are we looking here? Not bad at all. That's actually coming along really nicely. Just also try to make sure you bring out some of the articulation with kind of more drawn out for the beginning stuff. And then I like your short bows for the bum, bum, and you've got the hooked bowing down. So that's good. The high, how about that high D sharp though? That high 3. It seems like we're missing that a little bit. Just that measure for me. Da 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 dun dun dun. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's a lot better. It's a lot higher. So now try both measures and try to make sure that D sharp is nice high
both
3.
These two or both these two?
Oh, these two. I mean.
Okay. Yeah, I messed up on this one.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. It's that string crossing, I think, that's messing up.
I'm just used to going into the
Oh, playing the high 3?
No, right here, the natural.
Oh, that's just normal 3. So, just think. It's just your normal 3, third finger.
Oh.
Exactly. That's perfect. So, that's all you need to do for the natural there. That actually technically doesn't need to be there, but they're reminding you not to play the high 3 here. So you need to play high 3 for these two, but then this one, remember now, it's a normal third finger. Exactly, it's just that. So that's a spot to remember that you need to play the high 3, nice and high up. So high 3 for that, and then high 3 for this as well. So it's just a little reminder for you. And then back here, it goes back to lower. So that's actually, I even liked your triplet rhythms were pretty good. Where else? This measure got a little messed up there. Can I just hear that measure? Make sure you know what it's supposed, the finger pattern for that. Exactly, perfect. So before you had a C here instead of the third finger, which is fine. I'm guessing it was just a quick mistake there. Yeah, but now you've got it right. So let's try hearing this B section here again, and make sure that when we're also know that when performing it, you're going to need to do the repeats. So you would go here, then you'd go back. Then when you got to here, you would go into this section, and then when you got to the end, you'd come back.
Jesus,
And then I know this is a lot. It is kind of long, but yeah, try that B section again. See, there it was again. There you go. All right, so do you notice anything happening when you get to back to this same section up here and here? Do you notice anything about the tempos when looking at this section compared to, say, this or this section? Do you notice anything about the tempos?
It's like I'm doing this one kind of fast.
I'm glad you noticed that. That's right. You actually are doing that a little fast, because here's what naturally happens. You've gotten to a section that you've already played, and now you know how to play that one pretty well, so naturally you want to get it through quickly. But then you come to the section that you don't know quite as well, and then you're slowing down a lot. So we want to maintain a nice steady tempo, and to do that we need to not rush.
I'm still working on this one. Sometimes I just can't get the string crossing.
Just get the string crossing. You mean you're hitting?
I'm like playing the E and A at the same time.
Oh, you mean you're playing them at the same time when you don't mean to?
I'm doing
Sure. So a way to work on that section might be to do practice that bow circle. So when I'm doing it, look at the circle. You can even see it in the mirror. The circle that I'm making when doing that. There. See how I'm making that circle? Yeah, exactly. It's kind of making a circle there. And so you need to get that full range of that. You need the full range of that circle. Now you don't want your elbow to be moving when you do that circle. Just your wrist. This is happening in the wrist. See? See how the wrist, watching the wrist, if you see my wrist, it's just going like this. So try that, and let me see the wrist making the movement there. Take it a little slower, because you won't be playing it that fast for that section. Yeah, so your L is getting a little bit in that. Try to make it more about the wrist there again. Yeah, it's pretty good. You'll just have to practice trying not to move this so much, because that's actually going to make it more work than you need to be doing for that. Try to get that the bow circle there with the wrist.
I think one of the reasons that I can't keep on doing
that you're hitting bow strings
is because my strings are they're really kind of even with each other.
Sure, the bridge isn't
going up.
Okay. Well, yeah, you'll just have to really notice the arm levels that you're making, so you know about the arm levels and how, there's a difference there, and you need to actually get that difference, and it doesn't take much. but you definitely need to. You don't want it to be jerky, but try to make it smooth string crossing to get that right. Yeah, and so far when I'm listening to you when you play that section, it's actually sounding pretty good. I haven't heard you really hit the two strings too much, so it looks like that's coming along. Just work a little more on that, and then especially this section. This section is one for sure to look at all the way till this end. Especially these measures and this measure you messed up twice in a row now when playing through it, so I would definitely make sure you know what is supposed to be played there. Actually, it wasn't that. This measure, and notice the difference between these two. So you're wanting to play this measure as the same as that one, but they are different. So play this one and then play that one right after it for me, so you can see the difference.
So just play from here to here?
Exactly. Right when you get to the end of that, just go into that measure. Exactly. See, so you hear it's just a slight difference there, but we need to recognize that those measures are different. So when you get to here, you're not playing the same as there. But not too bad. Also, in practicing it, I noticed you started off pretty fast. Maybe don't take it quite that fast. Maybe take it like da 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 dun dun dun. So just try playing through now the B section again, and let me hear for that. Listen for that high 3 there. Oh, you did it again though. See, remember that da da? It's da 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 dun. There you go. There you go. See, remember, whatever happens if you mess up the bows there, just make sure that when you get to here, do a little, have a little pause here. That's a little comma for you to lift your bow back to where it needs to for the down bow here. Of course, you're going to want that in more the middle of the bow like you have it there.
Even if I'm going up bow,
if you go up bow for that, still make sure that, because if you're going up bow for that, you're gonna have to replace it back to the middle, because you don't want to be up. You don't want to be up here starting. You don't want to be at the frog for that section.
So just always do a bow lift.
Just do a bow lift just to get it back to more. There you go. Probably a little more to the middle though. You had it closer to the frog. Probably starting about the. Yeah. If you have it up, probably more like. There. Yeah. Right, so that's what we're looking at there. So we don't want to rush through this section. Rushing through that section, and that goes. Little star is your symbol for not to rush in any of those parts. So there's a little symbol to show those are the moments where it's happening, and we do not want it to happen there, because if you do it too quick, then you get to this section, and then you did it slower, because going that fast makes that difficult to play. So let's try, once again, try this section, see if you can get that third finger a little higher, wasn't quite there, and also having the triplet, da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. There you go, exactly like that. So try that B section again for me. playing that, if you're gonna go that speed, like I said, you still have to get that triplet da 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 dun dun. So maybe just try and take it a little slower so that you won't be stuck there. Exactly, da 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 dun dun. Because I think it's falling behind a little bit when you play the triplet part. Both measures. This is still a little bit tricky there in the middle. That section probably needs some work. I would say this, like A section, is actually looking pretty good for the most part. Just make sure that triplet is fine and that you don't rush in these parts. That sounds fine. I would mostly focus now on this section, especially getting the high three. So high threes, triplet rhythm, as well as this section here. And this is just, your bow isn't quite matching with your fingers. So you're kind of getting, your bow's trying to go on and your fingers aren't quite there. So probably a little more work on this section here would definitely help. What about in, we have a little time to work on your, is there some of the orchestra music stuff? Is that, how about that? Is that looking like there's some
Battle of the
difficulty
Ancient
stuff
Dragons is pretty easy.
there? Okay.
Desert Sands, kind of getting the hang of it.
Okay.
Still a little bit shaky.
Okay.
And for the most part, I know Climb and Knock music's pretty easy.
Okay. All right. Well,
For the
can I
most
just
part.
double check to see that your that dotted? Remember when we were working with the dotted?
Yeah, the
4 to
side.
16. Exactly. Yeah. I'm sure you already know. Can I just review that to see if you've got that down? Because this is actually looking pretty good. I mean, with the one, hopefully, with if we can schedule a makeup lesson in time.
Makeup lesson?
Yeah, if that would be possible.